Tap into your purpose, tapping.
Okay.
Check it. They act as if we see, no hear, no speak, no evil. They act as if we see, no hear, no speak, no evil. We tapping into purpose, raw purpose. We tapping into purpose, raw purpose.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Zay.
And it's your boy Rashad.
And this is the Raw on Purpose podcast.
That's right. It's the podcast where we celebrate you being the authentic you and tapping into your divine purpose and bringing the best and the most relevant conversations and topics to really help you walk more deeply into who you are and what you're supposed to be here doing.
100%. And you guys know where to find us. You can find us on YouTube, Raw on Purpose podcast. You'll have everything there at the bottom of the screen. You can find us on Instagram, Raw on Purpose _. You can find us on all streaming podcasting sites. You got Spotify, you got Apple Music, Google, all those places.
Yep.
Raw on Purpose podcast. So check us out. Leave us a comment. You can email us at rawonpurpose@gmail.com. That's RAONPURPOSE@gmail.com. Hit us up if you want to be a part of the podcast. Let us know. We would love to have you. We have a great topic today. You guys know that we've been in this whole entrepreneur conversation, especially in this time where they're talking about the recession's going to hit and all these negative things that you're hearing. But this is like the best time to be in business. It's the best time to build business. And so we're doing our part to help you get an understanding of what it looks like. You know, people are in different phases. A lot of people are learning what entrepreneurship is as we're still growing in this space, right? We haven't hit the level of success that we want to, but we're on track to actually do it. So we want to give you as much information as possible. So today we have some amazing guests here with us today.
That's right.
Because we're tapping into the whole fitness space. And you guys
Straight
know
up.
this is this guy's space, right? You know, his whole brand, Raw Energy Fitness, is about being the best you holistically. So you want to share a little bit about like the fitness, like the focus of you with fitness and all that stuff?
No, not today.
Not today.
No.
This guy. He'll save it for the end. That's what it is. He'll save it for the end, his closing remarks.
But you said the focus of being in fitness?
100%.
Now, what exactly are you asking me? Like what?
Just fitness.
What about it?
Wherever you want to share about fitness.
Yeah, so fitness, fitness, I guess you say, what can we call fitness? Everybody might have a, different definition of what that is. And fitness doesn't even necessarily have to be anything physical, but we are talking about physical fitness. That's the industry that we are in. Like fitness to me is being fit for a specific purpose. And that ness is just continuing in that being fit, maintaining it, keeping it up, for whatever that purpose may be. So some people may work out to compete. Yep. Some people may work out to be sexy. Some people work out for health. Some people may work out for a specific performance, for a sport, whatever may have you, right? So for me, at least that's what I'm about. If I'm training some person, my focus is what is it that you love? What is it that, you kind of here for, that you feel like, what is a purpose that you feel like you serve? Like here, you know what I'm saying? Because you're going to need the energy to feed that. You know what I'm saying? You're going to need the energy to really feed and support what you're building. You know what I'm saying? Your health and whatnot. Because if your body and your mind is not fit to walk in that space of whatever it is that you feel your purpose to be, then you won't fulfill your purpose, right?
100%.
So that's one importance of fitness, is attaching a reason, have a impeccable reason of why I'm doing what I'm doing, because that's gonna make us stay in the race.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
A whole lot longer, but we know it's not a sprint, but it's a marathon.
That's right. So we have some dope guests here to have that conversation about fitness, about entrepreneurship, how to build your brand, how to rebrand, like just so many different things. And I could introduce them. However, my guy, he knows them so much more intimately than I. I see them every now and then, but he sees them every day. Do us a favor, man. Go ahead, introduce our guests.
Yeah, so we have some amazing guests with us, some hitters, some real ones. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're not the Migos, and that's no shade to anything or anyone, and that's being sensitive. But we are a great three. You know what I'm saying? These are my partners. These are people that I work with, rub shoulders with. We grind together. We building something together, and you know what I'm saying. You'll find out it's only up from here. But we got, you know what I'm saying, the owner, you know what I'm saying, of Physique Me Please, Mr. Physique by D right here. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying, not only do we have Physique by D with us as well, but we got our newest addition, our greatest addition, our female, our woman, our queen of the camp. She makes herself known every time. But Krista, you know what I'm saying, Coach Krista, you know what I'm saying, some amazing individuals, you know what I'm saying, they're going to be, you know what I'm saying, on another level in the next year, I promise you that. We all are.
Facts.
You know, but you know what I'm saying, Physique by D, if you want to tell them a little bit about who you are, you know what I'm saying, what you do.
Man, just for me, man. Like Rashad just said, my name's Coach D, Physique by D on all social platforms. Moved here from Savannah, Georgia in 2017, and you know, fitness has been just the main focus from here on out. You know, we're here,
Right.
and the difference of what we do. You know, we create lifestyle. You understand? Like what we do is we really hone in on the progression of all of our clients, you know, from what we do inside the gym and outside the gym. So you'll see, like Rashad said, within the next, he said a year, and we're going to say a couple of months.
We know it's going to be less.
So we're really taking it by storm because we're trying to impact people's lives in a different type of way. So just be on the lookout, Atlanta area, Georgia, other states, we on the way.
Yes, my name is Krista with Just the Right Fit, your favorite health and wellness consultant. And I've been in fitness pretty much my whole life, just by happenstance. Started when I was a young girl, got in trouble when I was a youth, and I just loved it ever since. I started truly like really focusing on helping others a long time ago as well. That's my passion, is helping others thrive, helping women, busy women, get to their optimum best self through health and wellness, because I've been through that journey. I've been through fitness journey, lost weight journey 3 times. I have 3 children. And back in 2006 is when I had my first child, and that's when I gained 60 pounds. So imagine losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight. And I had my last child in 2015, and I gained 60 to 70 pounds. But 2018 is when I made my mind up in October to go ahead and get on this journey. So I try and want to help women strategize and put themselves first and get back to their authentic self and the weight that they used to be before.
Nice.
Yeah, that's dope. I mean, that's super important. There's so many women that are having children, and they're needing good influences to help them not put pressure on themselves to get back to like that pre-baby weight, but to be able to have someone to kind of systematically take them from, you just had the child, let your body heal, and then let's get to this work. And then the fact that you've gone through the process. It's not like, you know, you're a person with no kids trying to tell somebody how to recover, but you've done it 3 times. Right? That's super huge. Right? And then even D, hearing you come up here, fresh out of high school?
Nah.
No?
Not out of high school, my brother. I'm 30. I came here when I was 26. You hear me? But
hey,
He
look.
said out of high school.
Look. Black don't crack, guys.
That's right.
Black don't crack. I'm 30.
He's 30. Dang, you were that old when you came up
I was
here?
25 when I moved here.
Okay.
I was 25, and then a week later I turned 26. Yeah.
Okay, so that's huge. So it's still,
big fan.
you get away from your family. You almost like, hey, let me go out here and see what this is.
Right.
And then, because I've been able to watch you grow your
sure.
business,
For sure,
right?
for
I
sure.
remember what it was like when you first came, and then looking at you now.
Right, 100%.
And guys, you got to understand, he had swag when you first got here.
Yeah.
Now, now, guys, like he has real swag, right? But I love it. I love seeing the growth, and then watching you guys even take the gym from where it was just 4 or 5 months ago to where it is today.
Right.
But you know, it's interesting. Like one thing that I think it's important for us to understand is that our health is our wealth, right? A lot of people think that just because you have a lot of money means like you're wealthy, but if you're sick with a whole bunch of money, you're still actually poor,
For sure.
right? So you guys have all said like there's a reason why like you got into the health and fitness. What was it? I know you guys touched on it a little bit, but and all of y'all could speak on this. Was it like you saw a family member maybe struggling? Was it that you just got bit by the bug? You're athletes in school, like you just stay consistent. Like, what are the different things that really helped you? Like, all right, I'm in fitness, and then to stick with it because, I mean, truth be told, because of Instagram, everybody is a personal trainer.
Just keep
Right,
going.
right,
Come on now, everybody is a coach.
Everybody's a coach.
Especially in Atlanta.
Right. I was like, so where are all the people that you're training? But, you know, that's neither here
That's
nor
another
there. But
subject.
everybody's a coach. So, you know, kind of share your stories even a little more in detail. I know you gave us like that 30-second commercial, but kind of share a little more of why that's important, fitness and health, wellness and all, you know, all that entails.
I'll say something first. Well, for me, like what even first got me in the space was I really wish I had more pictures, but years ago, let's see, we're talking like not too long after high school. So when I was about late teens, early 20s, I was like a good 215. You know what I'm saying? About 30, 40 pounds plus. And I was just mad, like just toxic over it, like from like head to toe, like wasn't thinking in the right space, was eating toxic, was in a toxic relationship with my son's mother. Everything was toxic. So my body was toxic, so everything else was toxic. It wasn't until I wanted more that I started to make changes to where I could prioritize my health and know the meaning of it. So, and for me, it was me removing myself from the environment.
100%.
When I first removed myself from the environment, that's when I was able to see light. I would say, you know what I'm saying? Like actually see light. When I say see light, like see any kind of purpose for me even taking care of myself or even loving myself, really. You feel me? So I didn't feel good about myself, so it's like, why take care of myself, right? So, so once I got out of the situation, I got clear air, like it's like the clouds was, and I could just see like nothing in front of me but a better me. So all I started doing, like I said, I was about 215, body fat percentage high. I was working like a regular 9 to 5. I just started walking every day after work. And that started with just like 30 minutes of walking. After that, the day after that, 32 minutes of walking. After that, 35. Day after that, I'm jogging the first 5 minutes. Day after that, I'm jogging the first 10 minutes and I'm walking. I just kept moving the needle little by little. And I wasn't even focusing on results. I just wanted to feel better and be better. Honestly, that's really what it was. And I really just kept it up because I paid attention to how better I was feeling, and I kept wanting more. I just kept wanting just to keep doing more, getting better and everything. And then before I knew it, like 6 weeks had passed, 30 pounds had dropped off of me. People at work was asking me, "What are you doing?" You know, like, and I'm like, I just changing how I'm eating. I was actually doing some Herbalife at that time too. You know what I'm saying? I think I told you, but I was doing some Herbalife at that time as well. So they kind of like helped me to kind of get that good jump start and everything. And while I was with them, I was like really, you know, so excited about my new self that I was like, I gotta share this. You know what I'm saying? How can I help other people? So I started doing a little health coaching with Herbalife and stuff like that for a little bit. Still was doing my lifestyle thing. People were still asking me at work, "What do you do?" I was getting little recommendations and all that type of stuff. And then I don't know, a couple years later, I just had the thought of personal training, but I was like, man, it's gonna be hard. Now this was way back in like 2013, 2008, 2009 that I first thought about it. You feel me?
Right
So
before it was cool.
yeah.
Before it was
that's when I
cool.
thought about
Before it was
too.
cool.
Yeah.
Before it was
Yeah.
cool, and it was like real professionals that was
Yeah,
like
real
in these
Making money,
gyms and all
yeah.
that for real, you know. So I was like, man, it's gonna be hard. I'm gonna need this degree. I'm gonna need that. Like, I don't know. So you know, just kept living and came back to it because it like kept like kind of coming to me. So I just, all right, let me start taking this course. I went to school, did this little associate's degree thing with health and fitness sciences, and they helped prepare me for certification. I took the test, boom, took the test, and I'm like, now what? What do I do?
Right.
You know, what I do. I got the little paper, got a little certificate. Boom, what do I do now? Boom. Long story short, I go and apply. I think I tried to go to Bally. Bally Total Fit. That's
We
the
talked
most
about that. Yeah, we talked about that all the time.
And yeah, they were trying to have a certain type of, you know, demographic of trainers and all that up there. So I'm saying, go to LA Fitness. All right, go to LA Fitness or whatever. I was been between jobs and everything. I ain't have a car. I was riding on a bike, all that. I ran K. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna go get it.
Trenches.
Like, I'm gonna go get it. I rode there on the bike, and they said, cause I applied, and I was like, they was like, come back tomorrow. Came back the next day on the bike, boom. And I'm like, all right. I thought it was just gonna be like just a next day interview or something like that. They're like, you know, you gonna work out. Show us how to, you know, show us how to do this hands on. I'm like, I'm showing them this. They showing them that. You know, like I don't know. He's inexperienced because I ain't really worked out nobody or trained nobody. It's like, oh, he's inexperienced, but you know what I'm saying, he's got worth ethic. Let's work with him. Boom. So fast forward, LA Fitness 4 years. After that, worked at the rec center after that, and then you know, it kept progressing because even I got away from personal training even after doing it for starting out 3-4 years, and it always called me back. Like it always called me back doing totally other stuff, 9-to-5 jobs, and then it's like no fulfillment. Like I'm not really utilizing what my gift is. I'm not really helping anybody. I'm not, you know what I'm saying, doing anything with it. So I was making money and stuff like that with the 95, but I wasn't pleased. I wasn't fulfilled. I wasn't feeling like I was doing what I was supposed to. So that's when I began to like make considerations of like, okay, I got to go back to doing it, even if it, you know, is on a level that I'm not used to. And that was really like right before you came, 2017, 2018, and then been working with S. Pharrell, you know what I'm saying, D, you know, as part of the team. Now he's taking over as owner of the operations and whatnot. And now it's just, you know, it's a whole nother chapter. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like a whole nother chapter of the story that we're going into now, at least for myself. I know I'm going into a whole nother chapter because I know I'm going into like the real coaching space. And coaching space meaning like I'm not just coaching, you know, clients, but I'm also, you know, I'm going to be coaching coaches too. You know what I'm saying? Like helping coaches to become better coaches. Because if we think about it, this is an industry that we need more people like us to contribute to the problem. And I say the more the better. And if we all well equipped, we like an army, we can make an impact. That's all I got to say with y'all.
That's real. That's real. That's real.
Yeah.
You the brand. Like you are definitely the brand, man.
You gotta be.
And the fact that you went through so much, you went through the ups, you went through the downs. Now you're able to gain the wisdom. You don't learn. Once you go through the bumps, you gain wisdom. You know what I'm saying? So
big time.
now you're gonna be able to help people not go through what you went through.
Yeah.
You understand? So now you gain the wisdom. You're gonna help people not even go through that. So that's dope, right? Like you went through what you went through to help others.
For real.
So I feel like when the last part that you said in regards to like helping coaches, that's your calling, my brother. That's your calling, for sure. Like for real,
that's
for real.
100.
Because we gotta go through certain things. Like we all go through walks of life.
Yep.
And we at the particular moment we be like, why am I going through this? You understand? But God has a different purpose of why we're going through this.
Exactly.
Like people don't understand. People don't understand. Like you have to go through experience to gain wisdom. You know, a lot of people don't know. Like my story in particular. We'll get into that today. But it's just like at that current moment, I'm asking God, like, why am I going through this? Like, why is this happening to me? But little did I know, like, I had to gain that wisdom. It's not knowledge, it's wisdom.
Real talk.
You know, I had to go through that. You know, sometimes you have to go through that experience in order to move how you move, because it requires a certain capability. It requires a certain operation about yourself in order to move. So you went through that, and that's why you Rashad today. You understand?
Nah, for real.
That's real.
For real.
So
I
yeah,
appreciate
like,
that. Yeah.
100. Like that's it.
Facts.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, like, I've been there for most of that process.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's why you're so tough. That's why you're so close.
Yeah. So like we've shared the story a few times of like even how we like met. So even for him taking the test was a part of it. He didn't say was a guy took a medicine ball and dropped it on his chest, and he had to just eat it. He had to just eat it like that. The guy was just wild.
That's part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah, for real. Nah, for real.
So,
Yeah.
So, and I'm glad that you actually expounded more on your story, because honestly, our audience hasn't heard you share that
In
part.
that depth, yeah.
In that depth.
Yeah.
So we definitely appreciate it. You know, I'll say even for me, I love fitness. I've been working out since like 2010. Actually, I started off in college. Like that was like I go to the gym every day, right, hooping and all that stuff, and then I gained weight, lost it all, gained it again, and now in the process of losing it. So we're all in different parts. We've all have different experiences on how to get to that step. And your health, again, is your wealth. And understanding, like, a lot of this stuff is just small adjustments.
That's it.
Right? Like, he said he just walked every day after work, 30 minutes, 32 minutes. A lot of times, it's like we'll starve ourselves, right? That's the first thing. Is like, okay, eating's the problem. All right, I'm just not going to eat. Now, understanding you're damaging your body. It's just simply, just shift what you eat, work out. And there's this book called The Slight Edge, where it talks about incremental growth. It's like compound interest. Like, if you take a penny a day and it doubles every day, in about a year, 10 years, you'll have millions of dollars. Opposed to someone just giving you a large sum. That's how you want it to. So through walking every day, through taking each step, you know, the age-old question is, how do you eat an elephant?
Yep.
One bite at a time.
One bite at a time.
Right? How do you lose 30 pounds? How do you lose 100 pounds? It's one step at a time.
For sure.
It's one push-up at a time. It's one pull-up at a time. It's one cussing your trainer out at a time, right? Right. Because I'm under the firm belief that they stay awake at night trying to figure out how they're going to torture their clients.
Sometimes we do.
I believe it. I believe it. So you guys want to share more of your story? Like,
for me, like, my whole life, I've been an athlete my whole life. You know, football, basketball, like every sport. I played every sport in my life, you know. But what I will say, like, growing up, you know, I've had the talent, but I like the discipline. I like the discipline, and I also like the guidance. You understand? So no disrespect and no discredit to my mother. Like, she raised me the way that her mother could raise her, but it was only her. You understand?
Yeah.
So me, I had all the talent. So I played basketball, football, and in high school. I played in college. But when it gets down to a certain point, when you lack the guidance, it didn't work out in my favor. Yeah. So when it didn't work out in my favor, like, for me, I would say from like 2011 to 2015, I got in a lot of trouble. Like, I was going for a long period of time. You know what I'm saying? Because I was doing this, I was doing that. I left, you know, us regular people for a long period of time. You know, just dibbling and dabbling in a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So the last time I went away, like, I was just sitting within myself. I said, I'm an athlete. You know what I'm saying? How can I still be that person but generate a lifestyle so I could still be me?
100%.
So you know, as I was sitting down, I said, okay, I'm going to be a trainer. I told everybody in the dorm, I'm going to be a trainer. Yeah. So when I ended up coming home, I've been going in and out of school, so I went to Armstrong State University, right? Okay. And I'm going to school, and I was taking classes, extracurricular activities to become a personal trainer as well. Sweet. So I wasn't really focused on school, but I know that's what I needed to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So in the class, I would score like the highest grade in the class, or second highest grade. And then like the next test, I was like the second lowest. So they asked me like, hey, what's going on? I said, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I'm taking all these classes on the outside. I don't care about this school. I want to be a trainer. I told him straight up.
I know, right?
So I had a meeting with the dean and the president of the school because they wanted me to be a strength and conditioning coach and go to the master's program. I told them, nah, bro, I'm trying to be a trainer.
Yeah.
And I'm taking all these classes on the outside. So we sat down. They threw out maybe like 12, 15 classes. I graduated a year and a half early.
Nice.
With my strength and conditioning, health science and human performance degree. So I graduated, I got my bachelor's degree, and then 2 months later, I came to Atlanta on the weekend. I'm in Savannah now. I came to Atlanta on the weekend. I went to One LA Fitness on Acres Mill, and I said, yeah, I'm looking for a job. I ain't gonna lie. I told them I lived in Atlanta. I had the resume. My address said Marietta, but they hired me on the spot. They sent me to Austell. So in 2 weeks, I grabbed all my stuff from Savannah. I moved to Stone Mountain. Now I'm driving from Stone Mountain to Austell every day, 5 in the morning. But that's how the journey started. Just, still like, and even now that I'm within my journey, like I still have that sense of, my purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though God didn't place me where I thought I was at a young age.
Yeah.
I'm where I need to be now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and now I'm in a place, and my mind is in a space where now we can teach people the right and the wrongs. We have the wisdom, we have the knowledge. So now we can show people where they need to go. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these people, whether they're our age, they're older, they're younger, we've dealt with the triumphs and tribulations, so now we can show them.
Yes.
So that's kind of how I got in fitness, man, and it's only up from here.
That's a real journey.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
we all got that story how we got here,
Yeah.
boy.
Right.
It's real.
Sure.
And it's like what's crazy to me is like, I don't want to make the assumption, right? But I'm gonna make the assumption,
For sure.
right? I always say like people that sell drugs, right? For instance, a lot of times in our community, that's what get us caught up outside of stealing, and you're here, so you didn't kill nobody, so thank God for that, right?
For sure.
But it's like if the age-old thing is, if you can understand how to run a legitimate business, right? You take everything that you learn from the street.
Right.
It's all business.
It's all business.
At the end of the day, you just redirect the hustle to let's find something constructive.
Yeah.
Let's edify the community. Let's build the community. And honestly, again, like there's going to be somebody that's watching this and they may have just gotten out. And one of the tough parts about being in jail, prison, away from home, away from, right, when they allow you to come back, because they allow you, right? When they allow you to come back, they then keep their foot on you because now, like, nobody wants to hire you. People have a negative stigma. So now someone's like, yo, I could go and be a trainer, right? I can go. And so, like, your story is inspirational to this next generation of kids that they didn't have that guidance. Like you said,
for sure.
So they're able to, like, all right, cool. How can I take the skills that I learned that got me in this space and now implement it in a different space, right? So I love that part of your story. I love the fact that, like, who you are today, because you wouldn't be in Atlanta if that experience didn't happen.
Exactly.
Right? And a lot of people, like, if they don't get caught, they don't ever learn that lesson.
I know, that's right. But I'm going to say this too, like, and I tell people this all the time, like, during that time that I was getting, back and forth in and out of jail, that wasn't what we were really doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if what we really I would be incarcerated to this day. Just keeping it all the way real. Okay. But I'm very big, and I talk to God every day. I pray every day. I read my Bible every day. So, and I've always knew that I was destined for greatness.
100%.
So I felt like I had to go through that. And God sat me down. He was like, bro, you better tighten up, because I promise you, if you sit down for the what you was doing, you gone.
Right.
So I had to take heed. And what a lot of people have to do, you got to understand and realize the signs. Signs are big. You understand?
Right.
Like when, like I have a homeboy, something happened to him a couple of weeks ago. I said, bro, that's a sign. Like, you're here to live another day, but that's a sign. Sit down and realize that. You know what I'm saying? So I could have been stubborn and still continue doing the same thing. I promise you, I probably wouldn't be here today.
Yeah.
So everybody has to realize, like, when it comes a point in time and you need to, like, you sit down and you analyze your life.
Yeah.
We don't control this life.
Don't.
We don't control this life. We may feel like we control, but we don't control this life.
Yep.
It could, like that.
Yep.
You understand? So
100%.
when you realize and then you know that you're not the creator of this life, do the right thing, bro. And then you live and you tell this story for another day. So now we're here. Each of us have our own journey.
Yep.
And we're here and we're breathing to tell this story to people that may be in a position that we were 5-10 years ago.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
now we're just in a place where, okay, cool, we lived through it, we learned from it, let's go. You know, so.
That's what's up. So the fellas have shared like how they got to this space, right? And now we want to speak to our ladies, right? It seems like specifically our black women are under attack, and they're getting hit from so many different ways that, and sometimes for some of them, like their health isn't their priority. It's just from looking at it, right? Just looking at the landscape. But now being able to have the power within you to be able to help women elevate themselves, right? Because the thing that I heard in both of y'all's story is it started with here. And so share your story of how it started here, you made that change, now you're on the journey of now helping, we'll say 5, 10, hundreds, gonna be thousands, and we're gonna pray it's hundreds of thousands, and then one day millions, right? Being able to take those steps. So we would love to hear a little more of your story. I know you shared like a little snippet, but there's some ladies out there that want to hear.
Well, my dad was in the military, so he was already a drill sergeant. And my mom, all my life, was obese, like size 22, that I can remember all my life. She was never small. So for me, I was more disciplined and just trying to do, the right things. My father, like I told you, we had got in trouble one time. I was 17, so I'm telling my age. And we had got in trouble, big trouble, where police and all this stuff, somebody could have went to jail, all this stuff. And my father was like, look, if y'all don't go to the school and jog and work out, it's going to be some problems. Like, I feared my father. So I took the journey and decided to, do exercise. So I started with running. And from there, at the age of 17 to college, I was a gym junkie. I had gained my first freshman 15 in college. I went to University of West Georgia. And when I gained my weight, I was like, hold up, wait a minute. Because I've always been small my whole life. I ain't had to work out. I ain't had to do much. So when I gained my freshman 15, we was going to Daytona. And I was like, nah, we not about to do this. Spring break coming. It's it's 2000. Nah. So I used to run around the campus. And that's how I started getting noticed and everything. And I used to work out at the gym. People want to work out with me. So I really started helping people really early in my life, in 2000 and stuff, because people would come to the gym with me. And that just continued through out of college. When I got my first job at Walmart and Verizon, I would do stuff in corporate America where I would help women during our lunch break do our fitness, because that's how important it was to me. I understood, getting that time for yourself is so important. We're at work, even at Walmart, we're walking around, we're helping people, our mind gets bogged down. So taking that 5-10 minutes to just focus on you to regroup, I understood it was so important. So that's kind of how I started. I've been helping people since then. In 2007, I started connecting with a gym. Just like you said, back in the day, it was real trainers, like real women working out, training. And I hooked up with a lady at LA Fitness, and she used to do cardio boxing. And she was the one who got me like, hey, you can be a trainer. She took me from the back of the class to the front of the class.
Wow.
And that's always I never suffered with discipline. It's just the mindset of things for me. So through fitness, it helps me release and see that I can do all things. I can really, push myself. And if I'm doing it in this space, then I can do it in regular space. So that's how I kind of connect fitness and my journey. And I'm about the same thing, taking time starting small. When I went on this journey in 2018 for the third time, my knee was bothering me. I was huge. I was plump. I was depressed. I was drinking. My husband, I remember he was telling me, he was like, hey, this was like 2017. So just imagine, it don't happen, it happened overnight, right? It's a process. So 2016, I'm all over the place. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going. I quit my job. God told me like, hey, you done at Verizon. And during this time of 12 years at Verizon, I've helped so many women. I was about to start a class there. They had put a gym in there. So we would go down, they always hitting me up. I'm like, hey, let's do this. We're going to do the stairs today on our 15-minute break. We're going up and down. So they were, always eager to do something, even at our desk. Hey, let's roll our arms. I'm fitness. They know that anything, I'm going to have the fitness. So when I had my first child, they're like, oh, my God, you going to get big, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. No. After I had him, after the doctor released me, I'm on hip-hop abs. That's why I like Sean T to this day, because 2007, he helped me get my life. Yeah. I'll be in the house. My baby's sleeping, I'm working out. I just was like, I can't let this happen to me. Fitness is so important. It's been embedded in me for a long time. Yeah. And just fast forward, like I said, 2007, 2008, I wish I'd have brought a picture because 2008, I had my second child. Mm-hmm. And during that time, I was working out. But everybody's body, right? It doesn't matter. I was still gaining weight. I like carbs, so I was still gaining weight. I put on, even though I was working out. So, boom, okay, had that baby. All right, weight is on. So I'm like, okay. Now I got 2 kids, a boyfriend, live-in boyfriend house. So how I'm going to incorporate workout? Use my stairs. Really just like, okay, I'm going to start small. Start with my food. And every time, it didn't happen overnight. Maybe 7 months after I had the baby, the second child, then I'm like, okay, Krista, it's time to, what you gonna do? You can't eat these carbs. You can't have all these 5 pancakes. So I started just winging it off. When I made their food, I would make mine small portions. And I'm just gonna last thing, when I got into 2018, and I was 240, and my husband like, hey, he loved me anyway, but he like, drinking that beer, you're gonna get that gut. So I ain't paying no attention. I was depressed. Things not happening. I'm driving the school bus because just like most of you guys, I'm trying to figure out ways to get into fitness, but not directly going into it. Yeah. So like you say, everybody had a path. I done went all around the circle, and I'm finally here through life journeys, right? So I hurt my knee. I can't drive the school bus because they have an air brake. So every time I hit the air brake, my knee popping out. So I'm like, okay, Krista, what you going to do? This is a safety hazard. I'm all about safety. Yeah. So I was like, bump it, Krista. You know what? The doctor's like, hey, you got to lose weight. Because I go to the doctor like my knee is rubbing in and out. You got to lose weight. Now I'm sitting here like, oh, my gosh. I'm about to be like my mom. Fat. Thick. Whatever they want to call it. Fat, thick, I don't know. Obese. And I was like, nah. Everybody has seen me for the last 3 years just be plump, and they know me to be into fitness. Yeah. That's the thing about it. They know my lifestyle. So I just decided to go on this journey. God said fitness is through food, this journey. And this was the hardest one because I could not work out. I have a husband. I have a son who's very active. He coaches. So lifestyle was very chaotic. Couldn't get fitness in. So I had to take everything out my house, from the oils to the flour. Don't bring any juices in. Start bringing in the snacks. But I first had to make up my mind, like which way I'm going to do it. Am I going to stay heavy, or am I going to try to not be skinny like I used to be, but just be healthy and be able to go up the stairs and get this knee back in place? Yeah. So that's kind of how I got alone to fitness to now.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Man.
Story.
It's a powerful story.
Definitely.
Like, powerful. Yeah. Like, again, like, my wife going through the pregnancy, like, postpartum, right? First of all, like, that's a huge thing.
It's so real.
That is, a lot of times, us as men underappreciate it or don't really respect it enough. I love how the fact that your husband, from your boyfriend to your husband, so through the whole process, he's been that rock for you, which is so key. As, we have this whole narrative of the two people, the black woman and the black man fighting against each other. But you're showing, like, what happens when she has a rock to go to even the fact that you accepted the accountability. Like, yo, babe, I love you and everything, but you know, that drink right there, right? Real truth,
Yeah.
right? And you said, you know what, babe, you're right. And you made the difference. You made the change. And so now look at you. Now you get to impact a whole lot more women's lives, right? And you're speaking from a position of strength, not a like, I hope to do, I can do. So appreciate you sharing that story. Like, you know, and that's the beautiful thing about this whole health and fitness space is everybody has their own story. Everybody has their own journey. You have people that they've been doing this their whole life. They've been athletes. You have some people that they just love to work out. You have people that they were out of shape and was hurting and then they got in shape. Everybody comes from different backgrounds into the space. So the one thing that I want to even dive into is, like, we already said it, because of Instagram more specifically, everybody is a personal trainer, right? There's some kind of health coach, online coach. Everybody has a course that they're selling.
Right.
And I'm not mad at them, right?
Right.
The internet opened the door for
Yes,
everybody
yes.
to make their bread. So how do you guys separate yourselves from those people, right? And then if there's somebody that's looking into the fitness brand or the fitness space, what are some things that they can do to help them separate themselves from what everybody else is looking at, what everybody else is doing as they're trying to, because we're going into the new year, and what's the first thing that everybody wants to do?
Yeah, New Year's resolution. Yeah, for
Right?
sure.
So the gym's going to be packed for the month of January, and in February you're going to see the people that are really about it, and then come March you're going to see the legit, like, okay, these people are serious about the change. But how do you guys kind of separate yourselves in this already extremely competitive space?
I kind of want to touch on that real fast. So we in a certain, like, that's what we target. You know, we want to separate ourselves from the jump. And a lot of people, you know, they consider themselves, like you just said, everybody's a trainer. You know, everybody's a trainer. But we've had numerous times from our clients or people that come into the gym, they say that what we offer is completely different than a lot of other organizations just because we treat this like a lifestyle. So you work out 1 hour out the day. You know, so if you train with us, you may work out between 6 to 7 a.m., for an example, or 5:30 to 6:30 p.m.
Yeah.
That's 1 hour out the day. Keep in mind, we got 23 more hours.
Yep.
So we have an accountability group from daily telegrams that we do on a regular basis. 1 day a week we do live Zoom, just 1, 2, 3. We talking to all of our clients. We post on a regular. If we don't see somebody in the gym, we give them a call. We shoot them a text. Hey, what's going on? Because we understand that this is a journey, and we set the tone. We set the trend. And when they see us slip, they slip. So we can't slip. So you got to realize it's not about the money for us. Of course, you know, we got to live, but at the same time, we do it in a way where we hold ourselves accountable, so we hold them accountable.
Right.
And when they see us consistently work, they are motivated to do that.
Yeah.
And it's a family. That's how we operate. You know what I'm saying? In regards to even down to our nutrition, knowing what they need to eat. They have a grocery list. They have the portion sizes. They know what time frames they need to eat. So literally, we do all the hard work for all of our clients, and the results are guaranteed. The only way that you won't see results within us, if you don't follow the plan. We did it because we've done it.
Yeah.
We literally, the crazy thing about what we've done, like, we've mastered this process. We've been doing it for so long, to a point where if you do not see the results, you a fool.
Wow.
You a fool. And I'm sorry for you.
And that's just 100.
Yeah.
That's just 100, because it's like, first, why even come to us in the first place if you're not going to follow the plan?
Right.
And the results speak for themselves, and we got track records. So it's like, just plug in and follow the plan. And you can have your best result, just like you see these other people on our wall and IG.
Well,
and all
I was on, and I saw this, and I think this is supposed to be, because you know, everybody want to lead or think they have the answers. You know, you came to us for a reason. We are the ones who like you said, got the schooling. We are up at night figuring out how to make sure that you have everything you need to better yourself. But they don't want to follow.
You know the crazy thing about it when it comes to this fitness stuff? Everybody loves the idea of having a trainer.
The idea.
All right,
You know,
so
the
I'm glad he
idea.
said that.
You
Yeah.
know, when you make that first purchase, boom, you get that little 3-month program, that 6-month program, that dopamine kick in.
Yeah.
You understand? You gonna text all your homegirls,
Yep.
oh girl, I got a trainer now.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
you ain't did nothing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So at the end of the
Yeah.
day, everybody loves the idea of a trainer, or I love the idea of starting a business, or I love the idea of going to an event or a webinar, but you're not willing to put the work and what's required to get the results.
Right.
So
Right.
we are in a place where, okay, we understand, like everybody that comes and walks within our doors, they're not going to see results, and it sucks because we want everybody to see it.
Right.
But I've gotten to a place, like initially when I first started, I want everybody to see it. But you have to want that within yourself. You have to look
the
at
key.
yourself as being bigger than what you currently are. And it's a lot of people may not agree with what I'm about to say. Certain people are going to remain until they die average.
Come on now.
That's just the fact.
Some people are born to be great.
Yeah.
Some people are going to die average and regular.
Yep.
So if you want to live your regular life, continue to do what you do. You understand? If you see yourself being bigger than where you currently are, you're gonna listen to what we have to say. We're not perfect.
Yeah.
You know, we have our own journey, but day after day, we want to get better and better.
Yep.
Eat like you said, bro. You started walking.
Yep.
You started walking, then you jogged. Okay, cool. You had the cheat meal. You had the cheat day. Okay,
Yeah.
cut it out.
Yeah.
Cut it out. Instead of 5 days, that's why I say when we do the assessment, I'll tell it, okay, you drink 5 days out the week. Okay, cool, let's do 3.
Yeah.
Eventually, then let's do 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
As time progresses, your body's not gonna yearn for it as much because you're seeing the progress.
Yep.
And now I'm focused. But
Yep.
we don't do from 0 to 100. We don't go from one extreme
Nah.
to the next. We don't do that.
Nope.
But so we just, the way we operate our business is very, very different than a lot of facilities. Shout out to all the facilities, you know.
Right.
But the way, like this, I'm gonna say it perfectly. What we do can be duplicated. Like how Walmart could be duplicated.
Yeah.
How Chick-fil-A could be duplicated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah.
And it's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
That's
can
what we
duplicate.
are.
We can
That's
sell
what we
this.
are.
No, for real.
Yeah. We
That's
can
what we
sell
are.
this, bro.
We talked. Yep.
Man.
Yeah, I'm serious. I've really never
We talked about
What?
it.
Come on, man.
what he's doing, what we're doing, how the structure, the program, you're guaranteed to see results if you follow. So I'm
Yep. If you tap in, and it's all about, you know what I'm saying, like for the people, it's all about being like coachable. If you're gonna come to us, if you're coachable,
Right.
you got it.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. That's
If
the
you're
word.
coachable, you have to possess the ability to be coached. It don't matter what walk of life you come from, or if you're used to being the one to tell people to do this and do that. But you got to look at like, okay, I have an issue, I have a problem, and these people, these coaches, professionals are here to help me. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of just humble myself and just trust with them the plan that they got, and go on this journey. Not focus on results, but focus on habits,
For sure.
and get to my best self.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying? So
what's up.
that's really what it is. We just want to get people to just to understand like that you do. There is a reason, a purpose for you. You know what I'm saying? Getting results or whatnot, and we put a certain system of making a family, putting a system together, having multiple amazing resources to help with many different reasons, and the resources are not just what we offer. The resources also us.
Facts.
We tell our clients all the time, like,
Facts.
if you need anything,
Oh, yes.
just hit us up,
Right.
and we're here for you. You know what I'm saying? So we take our work, we take our craft, we take what we do in our business very, very seriously, because like Coach D was saying, like, you know, it's not all about the money. Yes, we need it to run a business, but we really want to make sure that we making an impact in lives at the end of the day. Because if we're not making an impact on you and you ain't getting the result, we're not doing our job.
Right.
So of course we want you to get the results, but you have to want to get your result more than us, even at the end of the
Exactly.
day. Yeah.
100%. And it's crazy that you guys talked about it. We had one of our previous conversations. We were talking about systems, and systems are put in place to save yourself stress, time, energy, and money, right? So those things having a system, that means I can take, it's the same thing for each and every person, right? It may be uniquely to that person's body type, to that person's lifestyle, to that person's situation, but it's still the same exact thing, so that nobody can say, well, they treat me better, right? They you know, they like you better than they like me. And it's like, no, we got this thing systematically in order, so that, hey, if you just follow what we say, no matter who you are, right? Whether you're a person that's swole already and you're trying to get ready for a physique competition, or if you're literally just starting out in your fitness journey, it's like, hey, just follow what we have, right? And I can attest to it, right? I can attest to how great these guys are with what they do, how much they love the people, how much they love their crafts. Like, again, I've been rocking with Rashad for the past, like, 10 plus years. I've known D for the past, 5 years, right? Seeing that, and then meeting Krista, right? Krista, right? I keep getting that mixed up in my head, but even seeing your enthusiasm, right? Every day you come in, right? Every day you come in and you show up ready to help these young ladies, to help these women, to help even men that come through and want to be their best selves. Like, I've watched, like, it's exciting for me to see everything that happens, to see how everything grows, and to see, like, all of the successes that you guys are coming, because, like you said, I firmly believe that this will be duplicatable for you guys. I firmly believe that what you guys can do can take it to this place, to that place. And honestly, I've been trying to get y'all on for a minute, because I'm like, you guys, like, our audience needs to hear y'all, needs to see y'all. And whenever people talk about trainers, you know, because he's my guy, I send them, I talk about him. But it's like, hey, I even said, when you guys change the gym around, I literally say, yo, I could see myself working out here regularly. Right? I can, like, now it's something that, you know, hey, I'll invest in. I'll put my money towards. I'll even highlight it more, because now it's like, okay, y'all are serious about this thing, right?
Definitely.
And I even throw the joke around. It's like, it's not Physique Me Please, the gym. It's Club Physique, right? Right? But it's hot, though. Like, I absolutely love it. And I'm excited to see where you guys are going with it. But, you know, not to cut the conversation short, like, it's dope hearing stories. One thing that they teach you in different business aspects is facts tell, stories tell, right? So your stories help impact the people around you, help impact the culture, let people know, like, hey, if they can do it, I can do it too, right? So appreciate you guys joining us. We're going to have a part 2, because we got so much more we want to talk about, but, you know, run out of time. We don't want to hold y'all in this moment. So do us a favor, like, follow, share. You know all the things to do. Everything's in the box right below, right? You'll see it. Like, just scroll down a little bit, click that. You can find us on all those spaces. So until next time, you'll see us in part 2. It's your boy Zay.
Oh, that's right. It's your boy Rashad.
And this is the Raw on Purpose Podcast.
That's right. Keep tapping in.
Tap into your purpose. Tapping. Check it. They act as if we see, no hear, no speak, no evil. They act as if we see, no hear, no speak, no evil. We tapping into purpose.